Hi, we've got some thunderX exploding targets here. The only place I know of that you can get these is at the gun shows. So I'm going to do a little demonstration on how to mix these up and get them ready to shoot. So they come in both a single and in a 6-pack. Right now we're just going to mix up the 6-pack. Let's pop this thing open and see what's inside. Leave your header paper down flat. That way you kind of got a dry surface to mix things on, and you'll be able to see if you spill anything. So we got a mixing jar. Inside that mixing jar we got both the chemicals. We got some little target dots here, and we got our little individual containers. These pop open. That's what you're going to put your composition in. So get all that stuff out. Also comes with a little plastic spoon. Hold up my garbage and I'll just put that in my pocket. So when you open up your jar, you're going to see you've got 2 bags of chemicals in there. You got your oxidizer right here. That's kind of a blue-green white oxidizer. And then you got your dirty gray stuff right there. That's the stuff that makes it all work. Start out, you're going to open that up, kind of crush that up. Make sure you don't got any clumps. All seems to flow pretty nice. It's got some little crystals in there too. Don't worry about those. Those are for stabilization. They don't really need to mix that uniformly. They'll just kind of float around in the mixture. So you put that into there. See that? Then we're going to open up the dirty stuff. This is the stuff that makes a mess if you spill it. So make sure you're outside when you mix this. You shouldn't ever be mixing this in the house anyway. So open that up, dump that in, make sure you get it all in there. Looks pretty good. I'm going to roll that up. Now on the single, it's the same exact thing. You've got 2 smaller bags of chemicals. You've got a little disposable mixing container and a single target. So that's pretty self-explanatory how to do those. That away. Put my lid on there. Just gonna mix that up. You know, it ain't gonna go off because you were shaking it, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend putting it in a paint shaker or anything like that. Just make sure you get it well blended. You know, that's the main thing. Doesn't really take a lot, but make sure you get a good thorough mix. Tap it all down. Carefully lift the lid off. See, I can look in there and I can tell there's no little white clumps. All you see is the little crystals, and the crystals are normal. That's what you're supposed to see. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do one here. We'll fill it just about like that. See that? Okay, so then we're going to snap that lid down. Now here's a little something I do to make these more consistent. Every now and then I hear somebody say, well, I hit mine and it went poof. That's probably because they hit the edge. Or maybe they hit the hinge and it just dusted all over the place. So we're going to do this to make them more consistent. We're going to make sure that this goes off. I'm just taking some 1/2-inch strapping tape. You can use electrical tape or wider strapping tape, whatever works. Just wrap it up good. So I'm gonna wrap it good. I don't like duds. I just keep going around until the whole thing is wrapped. What that does, that just holds it together in case you get a fringe hit. It's not going to dust on you, and it'll be a little more consistent as far as making sure you get a detonation instead of a poof. Okay. And then another thing I did to make it a little safer, I took some skewers. Just bought a pack of skewers. I took my knife and I split them. And I still split in it, just like that, okay? I'm going to take that, since I've got this wrapped, I'm going to stick that on either side, just like that, and I'm going to continue with my tape. I'm going to go around this way. Okay, now I got something I can stick in the ground. I can stick that in the ground, shoot it, and boom. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little bullseye stickers. I'm going to put one right on the center. Okay, there you go. You're ready to go. Just stick that in the ground, get back about 50 yards, take a 22, hit that sucker dead center, and boom. We'll show you some going off here in just a little bit.